It's 4 o'clock on a Monday, and you know what that means, don't you? It's time for another exciting episode of Taxi TV Live. Woohoo! This week, starring country song reviews with you in the A&R Hot Seat. Yeah, baby. All right, let's see who's in that chat room. Thank you, fake band. Thank you, fake audience. iCarly loves me. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. Guys in the chat room, let me know that I'm live and you've got me. I'd appreciate that. Hello, everybody. Let's see who we've got. We've got Martin Gravel, Darren Moss, Kimbo from Australia, Kristen Knight, Edmund Red, Alex Dillon, Andre Stepanian. It's the same people over and over. There we go. Israel Tannenbaum, Il Raso Emil. Did anybody get an email announcing this show today? I have a feeling that a certain person on our staff may have forgotten to send the email. Let's see. Darren Fletcher, Il Raso Emil, Dean Turner, Lane Bell and Shrek, Khalid Hamid, Spiritual, no email. Email just landed? Just got one. Good job, Bria. Woohoo! Facebook notice, but no email. Got it. Okay. 5th like. And while we're talking about those likes, give us a thumbs up. And if you're new to the show, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button so you can get alerts on the days when we forget to send the emails out. Oh my gosh, as I'm talking to you guys, for those of you who aren't regulars and don't know, I have a gopher issue that comes and goes. And as I'm talking to you right now, I see a gopher just popped his head up in the backyard. Speaking of the backyard, hang on. Before we get serious about the music, I got to do one little show and tell. I'll be right back. Apparently, our house must be built on an old nuclear waste dump site. That is today's zucchini. I mean, look at that sucker. I am I have become the zucchini king of the world. Lots of them and very big. Let's see who else we have here. We've got John Hope, Carrie Harchin, Dave Merkel, Peter Rahill, Lucian Lewis. See, Kristen, seriously, you can't find them that big in the grocery store and tasty because they're grown fresh in the backyard and organic. Yep, that's a zucchini. Go for this, go for that. Oh, man. I set a trap out there. Now I see a little mound where he was just digging in the backyard. Oh. And you guys expect me to concentrate while I'm doing the show knowing that there's a gopher out there digging up my backyard? Super Keeney. Hello, Jan Weilage, Aaron Northern. All right. So, as promised, today's show, we are going to listen to some forwards and returns that were for taxi listing number S200803CS, and the listing read as follows. Country songs with reflective lyric themes and male vocals are needed by a super well-connected A&R executive for a huge chart-topping Grammy Award-winning super group that's working on their next album. The A&R exec is searching for songs in all tempos that could be found on the same playlist as the following references: How They Remember You by Rascal Flatts, Letter to Me by Brad Paisley, Time by Dean Brody. And I'm just going to give you a little inside scoop because this listing has come and gone already. If memory serves, and I think I'm right about this, I think this was actually for Rascal Flatts was looking for material. Please submit. Excuse me. I just had, right before the show, I was hungry. Did I have ice cream? Why, yes, I did. And now I've got that dairy phlegmy throat that all singers know to stay away from. So if I have to do that a lot today, it's the ice cream. Please submit radio-worthy country songs that have solid productions and great lyrics with substance. Not substance abuse, just the substance part. Your submission should have fresh, compelling country melodies and super strong choruses that are ready for the chart. Please be sure your vocal performances are good enough to get this A&R executive and the artist excited about cutting your songs. Lyric tip, we've been told that they're looking for reflective material. You know, the kind that you stick on the back of your bicycle seat so people don't run over you. Not that kind of reflective. With lyric themes along the lines of, but not limited to, This Is My Life or Taking a Look Back at Our Lives. So, yeah, reflective. There's my reflective face right there. The quality of your song should be competitive with material being pitched on Music Row. In other words, submissions have to be really, really strong. For this, please submit as many songs as you like, online or CD, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so here's how we're going to play the game today. Many of you know this because you're regulars, but I'm going to play a song. I'm not going to tell you who the writer is. We generally don't on episodes like this because, you know, if somebody, we don't want to embarrass anybody if their song didn't get forwarded. But I believe that we do have permission actually to play all this stuff. It was all marked public in the database, so that we can do. And we're going to play stuff, and you guys are going to vote after the song is done, and that's key. Once I've faded out on it or it's ended, you guys vote if you would forward it with a +1. Forwarding means you would send it to the A&R person that was looking. If you would return it, then you type in a -1. Pretty easy. Positive is plus. Negative is a minus. It's kind of like charging the battery in your car. I tested the system before. Hopefully we don't get that weird little echoey feedbacky loop thing. Should be good to go. Hello, Mark Reel. Welcome back. There's the right one. And here's the left one. Screener audition. There you go. Hello, Ewert. Hello, Justine. Joseph Alonzo, Marion Laird, the gang's all here. Nobody's less qualified than me to judge country music, says Darren Moss, but here we go. How many were forwarded? Liz, can you tell us how many submissions there were and how many were forwarded, please? Intercity Dope Association. I like that. Is that, I don't even want to ask, is that like a store where they sell weed, or is that like an association for people to get off the dope? Or is it an association of people who aren't very bright? They're dopes. This interests me a lot. Hello, Karen Brasher, how are you? And Simon Burnham. It's a record label. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Hello, Jim Stamper. All right. Let's have a listen. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There we go. Okay. This one is called Song That Takes You Home. Whoop.
Used to hear on every station senior year. Makes me think of that cheap beer we used to drink behind the school. Man, I miss that crew. It takes me back, that guitar lift, to the house I grew up in, hanging out with my girlfriend, kissing to that tune in my old bedroom. You 1:15, my old man waiting up for me, yelling, where the hell you been? Don't let it happen again. Man, those days went by so fast. At the time you think they'll last, just want your way to bring them back. Everybody needs a song that takes you home, no matter how far in this world you might go. Anytime you wanna visit, listen for a couple minutes. If you're feeling lost or alone, everybody needs a song that takes you home. That takes you home. That song can cross state lines, save you a fight. So turn it up and close your eyes. Everybody needs a song that takes you home, no matter how far in this world you might go. Anytime you wanna visit, listen for a couple minutes. If you're feeling lost or alone, everybody needs a song that takes you home. That takes you home. That takes you home.
All right, now you can cast those votes. Remember, +1 if you would forward it. If you were in the A&R seat at the taxi office, would you forward that? -1 if you didn't think it was on target or quite good enough. By the way, I do know that dope can mean like cool or good. I'm not that old. Well, actually I am, but while you guys are voting, I will quickly read the listing again because a certain woman was late for class today. Country songs with reflective lyric themes and male vocals are needed by a super well-connected A&R executive for a huge, chart-topping, Grammy Award-winning super group that's working on their next album. The A&R executive is searching for songs in all tempos that could be found on the same playlist as the following references: How They Remember You by Rascal Flatts, Letter to Me by Brad Paisley, and Time by Dean Brody. The bar is high for this request, so pull out your best and pay special attention to your songcraft. Getting songs cut by this act could absolutely be career-changing. Please submit radio-worthy country songs, have solid productions, great lyrics with substance. Your submission should have fresh, compelling country melodies and super strong choruses that are ready for the charts. Please be sure your vocal performances are good enough to get this A&R executive and the artist excited about cutting your songs. Lyric tip: we've been told they're looking for reflective material with lyric themes along the lines of, but not limited to, This Is My Life, or Taking a Look Back at Our Lives. Quality of your song should be competitive with material being pitched on Music Row. In other words, submissions have to be really, really strong. So, what say you guys? That was a great listing. And I'm doing this from memory. I think it was Rascal Flatts that ran the listing, or an A&R guy. Okay, so we had 24 people that said they would forward it, and 2 that would not. Well, the 24 of you who voted that you would forward it, you get an A. You can be an A&R person because it was in fact forwarded. Let's listen to what the screener commented. What I like most about this song, that's under a heading for those of you who aren't familiar with the critique forms. What I like most about this song, I thoroughly enjoyed the upbeat and energetic song of your composition, song that takes you home, and I think the thematic idea is really clever and relatable. Song that takes you home, reflective. You hear a song and it reminds you of where your roots are. Really good idea. I think this one does a really good job of accomplishing the task it set out to. The storytelling is concise, the production and performance are professional and comparable to the examples. I forwarded this song because so well executed, the concept is compelling, and it's in the ballpark of what the references music suggests. So there you go. The screener was right, 24. You guys were right. The member submitted an awesome submission. That's great country, gotta say, and absolutely nailed it on the whole reflective thing, the song that takes you home. I think that's, Nashville loves a twist or saying something in a different way, and that does it. So, yay, congratulations. Woo-hoo. All right. Let me see what we've got here. Moving on. And this one, how are the levels, by the way, on the audio, on the music? Is that good? Pull that out now. 17 songs got forwarded. Liz, how many submissions again? I missed it when you posted that. Levels are good, excellent, good. All right. Next one we're going to listen to is called... Lived It Right. Okay. There you go. Oh, shoot. Cast your votes, please. +1 if you would forward it. -1 if you were not. Thank you for the correction. So we had 547 submissions. That was huge. That's a pretty beefy listing. And 30 were forwarded. And as you know from hearing the listing, only the best of the best. Again, Taxi is not a competitive situation where we hear one and go, oh, that's better than the last one, so I'll unforward the last one. Whoops, got to turn that off. Okay, I have to mute everybody. People are bothering me during my television debut. Can't have that. Go away, people. Go away. Mute notifications. I did that. Okay. Why is it not letting me mute? Okay, hopefully that will work. Sorry guys, be right with you while you're tallying up the votes. Mute notifications. Okay, I think I've muted everybody. I'm confused. Why do I see 3 forwards and 26 returns? What are we talking about? I don't understand. I thought we had 547 submissions and 30 forwards. I don't get it. I do not get it. Okay, so did you guys... Oh, I see. The tally is in. Okay, 3 people would have forwarded it. Now I understand. 3 forwards and 26 returns. So those of you who said you would return it are correct. What did the screener say? The screener said under the heading, what I like most about the song, I like the instrumentation for the listing, and I like the vocal, but for a singer-songwriter listing. I like the chorus, and some of you pointed that out. I like the chorus melody for a singer-songwriter sound as well. It's super cute and catchy. I think under the heading, I think you could improve the song by giving us more of a country vocal and melody. I find that the instrumentation goes country, but I find that the breathy, soft, very forward vocal goes singer-songwriter, as does the more conjunct and intimate melody. Well, I know what conjunctivitis is, but I'm impressed that one of the screeners has such a good vocabulary. More conjunct and intimate melody. I'd suggest a fuller, richer vocal with more twang and then tweaking the melody to give us more disjunct movement. So we have conjunct and disjunct. Woo! On the chorus, a more rhythmic movement on the verses to help the song feel more country. The ultimate reason the song wasn't forwarded is because it goes more singer-songwriter than country. So there you go. It made you think of the Goo Goo Dolls? It made me think of you and me and a dog named Boo. Remember that from like 1974, 77, somewhere in that window? Okay. Agree with the screener. Yep, the screeners. Ooh, conjunct, close intervals. Thank you, Alex Dillon. Screeners actually do know what they're doing. All right, next one up to bat is called End of the Day. Where did it go? End of the Day. Here we go.
The things I should say to make it okay, and I really wanna stay and hold you all day, but I have to leave. You know I can't stay. You know you've always been my one and only. You know I'll be back at the end of the day. That's how it used to be every time I had to leave, and the storm door slammed as I walked to the driveway. There's frost on the car and I can't see far. It reminds me it's just like you and me. I shouldn't leave, I know I should stay. I remember when you were my one and only. Hope we get back at the end of the day.
Let Garth sing it. You mean beg Garth to sing it. You don't let Garth do anything. All right. +1 if you would forward that, -1 if you would not. And remember, yes, you should vote now, Michael Miller. You're not my friend, Michael Miller, are you? The TV producer? Well, put it this way. Michael Miller's asking, should we hold our comments till the end? I mean, yeah, if a bunch of people are saying, well, I don't like this about it, I don't like that about it, or this could be better, that could be better, you're bound to influence the voting. So out of kindness and fairness, I would say yeah. I mean, if you say something like, I love the snare sound, that's okay, but to say, it doesn't really get to the quality level or something, that's going to have a negative influence. You don't win anything. How about the person who gets the most correct votes wins the world's biggest zucchini? Yeah, you don't have to hold all comments. Just don't put stuff in that's going to sway the voting. If you're talking about technical stuff, like the bottom end isn't that distinct, I don't know that that's going to affect the voting as much as... hang on, I've got to actually do some work here. So we had 22 people returning it. 2 people would forward it. Those of you who voted for a return are, in fact, the winners. You guys get a free zucchini. It wasn't forwarded. Let's hear what the screener had to say. What I like most about the song. Ooh, is that where I'm supposed to be? I was all in when the groove to your composition End of the Day came on. The beat is rhythmically compelling and the wall of sound provided by the acoustic guitars really captivates you. What I think you can improve this song by doing is once again a lead vocal of your composition, one that needs a bit of tweaking with some melodyne for it to begin to approach the levels indicated by the singers and songs in the listing description. The final reason that I didn't forward the song is The End of the Day misses the mark because the performance isn't on par with the songs of artists like how they remember the references. So there you go. I'm just checking something here. Okay, so that's that. Now, let us listen to this one. Is called Rambling Man.
Since we both sat down and talked a while, you know that I've been all across this land. I know sometimes you don't understand. The old town still feels the same, with its empty walls and faceless names. And I turned round as the sun was going down, and I hear them say that boy was no good anyhow. I'm like the river that needs to flow, and I'll be gone this time tomorrow. And I know there's no way that you can understand. I'm just your rambling man. So here we are, face to face, both waiting for that first embrace, knowing loss of time has cost us both so much. It's been so long since I felt your trembling touch. I'm like the river that needs to flow, and I'll be gone this time tomorrow. And I know there's no way that you can understand. I'm just your rambling man. I'm like the river that needs to flow, and I'll be gone this time tomorrow. And I know that this time you will understand. I'm just your rambling man.
All right, cast your votes. +1 if you would forward it, -1 if you would not. Oops, almost hung myself with my earbuds. Seems to be a pretty good consensus. Dan Weber, how do you have that song working for Fleetwood Mac? Well, maybe like on their second record, or maybe before Lindsay and Stevie joined the band. But really, I'm surprised. Harry Harlow says that super compressed high end on the vocal was disturbing to me. That's true. I was just telling the Eminem story. We had somebody over for dinner last night. We were sitting out in the back patio eating dinner, and I was telling him my famous Eminem choking story. Dave Merkel, now that would make a great country song. I almost hung myself with my earbuds. My wife took my beer. I think there's a Jeffrey Epstein song in there somewhere. I almost hung myself with my earbuds. That's how he did it. The singer sounded like Lindsey Buckingham. Interesting. Okay, that one had 35 returns, 2 forwards. Those of you who returned it are correct. Yay, you guys are killing it today. All right, let's see what the screener said. Hi, Andy. How am I doing on time? Not too bad. Hi, Andy. I really enjoyed the song. It has a strong melody and a folky feel. It reminded me of some of the cool songs from the 70s by the singer-songwriters of the day. Good work. I want to interject this. If there is a common plague among songwriters over the age of 40, it is that there's so much music. This is not country. This is somebody who doesn't follow country, doesn't understand country, doesn't understand what country songwriting is. Not to say this person is terrible by any stretch of the imagination or the song is horrible or anything. I'm just saying it's not country. It's clearly dated back to the 70s singer-songwriter stuff. But there are a lot of people, if I could wave a magic wand and make some problem get fixed in the industry, that would be the one. I think you could improve the song by, and the screener says the second verse could be more connected to the chorus by focusing it toward the hook. How does their meeting get him back to being a rambling man? Maybe the sadness of knowing he'll be gone soon? See, that's the level that they look at lyrics in Nashville. And the screener on this actually is a person who is an active working publisher on Music Row that is well known in town. And we're fortunate enough to have her do some fill-in work for us. But that's in Nashville, they can listen to a song one time and go, oh, but the second verse could be more connected to the chorus by focusing it toward the hook. It's not just about emoting what you're feeling and, oh, I hope everybody likes what I'm saying here. It's about, is it cohesive? Does it make sense? Is there flow? Does one thought connect to the next thought? Does it take you somewhere? Does it create some forward momentum? Let's see what else. The genre and story don't match the needs of the listing. Agreed. Please submit radio-worthy country songs as solid productions and great lyrics with substance. Under style says the style is off target. Composition, lyrics off target for this request. Performance, vocal performance not appropriate for the listing. Yeah, people get frustrated. They make a submission that's clearly off the mark, and then they get frustrated. Man, I'm never going to get forwarded by Taxi, or those Taxi screeners don't know what they're doing. 35 of you agreed with this person. This person articulated some really poignant stuff there. Anyway, so that's that. Let's listen to another one. All right, this one is called Friday Nights.
He'd stop by practice Thursdays, give us a pep talk and a smile. When he finished, he'd grab a football and throw it a country mile. He did play-by-play for the high school games every Friday under the lights. Don't know how he got the nickname Hammer, but it fit him just right. Sometimes on a crisp fall night, I'll stop in my tracks. When I hear the cheers from a game, it takes me back to a man who said he never met a man he didn't like. I can still hear his voice, hear it on the wind on Friday nights. He's the man that folks turn to when they needed a helping hand. Even bailed me out one night when I was afraid to call my dad. He gave me a firm handshake and advice I'll never forget. He said, always pause, ask yourself, is this something I might regret? Sometimes on a crisp fall night, I'll stop in my tracks. When I hear the cheers from a game, it takes me back to a man who said he never met a man he didn't like. I can still hear his voice, hear it on the wind on Friday nights. I made sure I played hard so he'd call out my name. I remember the sound of his voice, but not the score of a single game. Sometimes on a crisp fall night, I'll stop in my tracks. When I hear the cheers from a game, it takes me back to a man who said he never met a man he didn't like. I can still hear his voice, hear it on the wind on Friday nights. I can still hear his voice, hear it on the wind on Friday nights.
Yay! All right, cast your votes, ladies and gentlemen. +1 if you would forward, -1 if you would not. Andre, I saw your comment in there. That's it, I'm building a studio. Just so you know, I would say several of these that you guys have been impressed with. Wow, look at that. I've never seen so many +1s blowing in there. A lot of these were probably recorded in Nashville demo studios, where it's like some of the best players in the world and engineers that work, 10 hours a day with the same players over and over and over again. They've got it down to a science. Building a home studio isn't going to make it sound like that. And besides, I remember hearing you recording the day we were listening to some of the stuff from the chat room, and I was impressed. I don't think you should go out and spend thousands of dollars to do that, honestly. These guys have their tones down. They know their instruments well. The engineers know the players. And, they literally got it down to a science. Nelson Tucker says, I'm in Nashville, and you are right. Yeah, I've been to Nashville. I haven't gone much in the last several years, but there was a period where I was going 6 or 7 times a year and was pretty well networked for an out-of-town guy. And I'm telling you, the Nashville demo circuit, it's the best. Just, there is nobody else like it. Jan Weilich has reflective and country. Andre says, thanks, I feel better. Not going to go in depth. I don't know what that means. Interesting. Lane Bellentrek says, I feel there are too many topics and subtopics. I'd focus more on only one or two, as in the man in the story that never met a man he didn't like. Very close, though, but needs work. All right, this one had 35 forwards and 4 returns. Those of you who forwarded it, you got it right. Yay! The screener said, I love the details. I love the earnest but not overly sentimental lyrics. It was reflective. Looking back at that time, it's a forward, though. I'd like to know who he was, meaning the song's protagonist. This is what they're good at in Nashville. He's not the coach. Then who is he? I think you could clarify that more. Maybe you could make him the coach. Great imagery, great movement in the melody. There you go. Got to forward it. And it did sound like country, and not just because it had a pedal steel, but it sounded like country because the way the story was told. It sounded like country because the way the players played it. It sounded like country because of the structure. All that stuff goes into the mix. You can't just add a pedal steel and it becomes country. You can't just have an acoustic guitar and it becomes country. It has to have all the elements. So, yay, this one nailed it. Harry Harlow said he heard Dad in there somewhere. Mark Reel says, I'm reading Ken Collet's book, Making Rumors, talk about a major studio. Yep. Oh, that reminds me. I was going to call Ken today. I was actually at the office for a few hours today, and I saw a picture of Ken on my desk, and I was thinking about calling him, and I didn't. Anyway, I love that man. I really do. This one sounds like it's going to be reflective. The title is If I Could Do It All Again. That is very reflective sounding. Here we go.
You wake up at 6:05, reach for me by your side. But you know I won't be there. I walked out of your life. You know I cried, 'cause you were so good for me. I said goodbye, now you're just a sweet memory. Well, I see you everywhere, pretty flowers in your hair. You're forever in my mind, and my heart is always there. I realize how much I needed you. I hope your eyes see how much I love you. If I could do it all again, I would be a better man. to start all over again, would you? Do you think a little more time would be enough to change your mind? Give me a chance to make this right. Well, I miss you, you're my best friend. And we both know how wrong I've been. Could you love me again? Could you love me again? Could we start it all over again? Could you love me again?
Killed the organ. All right, cast your votes, please. +1 if you would forward that, -1 if you would not. I remember somewhere early, like in the first 30 seconds, first of all, love that guy's voice. Really interesting voice. It's not really a country voice, but maybe he could be a breakout country star because he's got a voice that's different. Excuse me, was it just me, or did it remind anybody else? His voice in particular, and a little bit, the sentiment of the song, kind of Rod Stewart-ish, the less rock and roll side of Rod Stewart. And I noticed, well, I'll tell you in a second after we get the totals, and I tell you what the screener said. I love that guy's voice. I thought it was really cool. Yeah, it is for another band to perform. Absolutely, Cass. I've just loved the guy's voice. A lot of the times when you hear, I don't know if this was a Nashville demo or not. I'm guessing not. If it was, it wasn't at one of the top of the line Nashville demo studios, I would guess, maybe an up and comer. So we had 25 returns and 3 forwards. 25 returns, 3 forwards. Okay, those of you who voted you would return it, you are correct. You are an A&R person. Yeah. Anyway, let's see what the screener said. Under what I like most about the song, the screener wrote, there's a soulfulness to your composition. If I could do it all again, that is difficult to miss and impossible not to enjoy. I agree with the screener on that. I think you could improve this song by... I think that there's potential for the song to be what it needs to be for this pitch, but the production isn't quite right. I agree with that too. It feels like more like Eric Clapton right now, which after I wrote my Rod Stewart thing and then I read what the screener wrote, I thought, wow, yeah, there are some... I'm trying to think of the Clapton song that's in that general style, but I agree with the screener. But I think with a slightly more country approach overall, it could work. I returned or forwarded the song because this is being returned mainly because the current style of it doesn't quite match what the listing songs, and it refers to the references, are doing closely enough to be viable. So there you go. It's a good example of a song that's pretty darn good. But why couldn't you forward it? And maybe they would hear it and go, well, wow, geez, if you just change this or just change that. The reason is because in Nashville, or any professional setting actually, they're generally not in the business of hearing stuff that if it were tweaked, it's usable. They want it tweaked. They want to hear it after it's been tweaked. They don't want to give you instructions, give you a set of marching orders and have you come back. Generally, there are always exceptions to everything, but they're few and they're far between. Clapton song Wonder. Wonderful Tonight. Love that song. More regretful than reflective. Yeah, but you could say that, you could be being reflective about something you regret. Anyway, right, and there are a million great songwriters in Nashville, so they're just not in the business of, wow, this could be good if. Somebody may fall so passionately in love with something that they may be the exception to that rule and present it to their artists and go, I know this isn't country, but the song is just so incredible on so many levels, and it's easy to hear how it could be country. It does happen, but it's really, really rare. And again, you are competing against the best songwriters on the planet live in Nashville, certainly in the country market, if not some other ones as well. Tears in Heaven, another good call by Clapton. Yep. All right. Done with that one. Moving on. All right, let's listen to this one. It's called The Little Red Wagon. It's already got my attention because we got a publishing deal that turned into an eventual cut, which turned into a #1 record. And it all started out with a song called Rusty Red Wagon that our vice president at the time, Doug Minnick, was playing in his office. And I heard it, walked into his office and said, I'm going to Nashville tomorrow. Who is that? And he gave me some of the guy's stuff to take, and we ended up getting him a publishing deal, which resulted eventually, after 3 or 4 years of being pitched like crazy, he eventually got himself a cut, which turned into a #1 song called I Loved Her First. All right, this is The Little Red Wagon.
The little red wagon sat rusting in a field, and the old man sat rusting in his den. The little red wagon was the first thing he bought when she whispered the news in his ear. All around town he would pull his little girl, day by day, month by month, year by year. In the wagon she put her most favorite toys of all, and the neighbors would wave now and then. She would sing silly songs, he would laugh and sing along, and the next day they'd do it all again. Tick-tock goes the clock, and the wagon wheels turn, and the years rumble by like a train. Keep your eyes open wide, lock the memories inside. You may never ride down this road again. Pops, he was called by the boy in his arms, since she laid her little son by his side. With a glint in her eye, she said, why don't you try? So he took his grandson on a wagon ride. In the wagon he put his most favorite toys of all, and the neighbors would wave now and then. He would sing silly songs, Pops would laugh and sing along, and the next day they do it all again. Tick-tock goes the clock, and the wagon wheels turn, and the years rumble by like a train. Keep your eyes open wide, lock the memories inside. You may never ride down this road again. The little red wagon sat rusting in a field, and the old man sat rusting in his den. Then the door opened wide, and inside. He said, take me on a wagon ride again. I'm too old, said his pops. I don't have the strength. I'm sorry, but my wagon days are through. Not at all, the grandson said as he kissed him on his head. All these years now, it's time that I pulled you. And he lifted the old man, gently placed him down, and the neighbors waved now and then. As he sang silly songs, pops laughed and sang along, and the next day they did it all again. Tick-tock goes the clock, and the wagon wheels turn, and the years rumble by like a train. Keep your eyes open wide, lock the memories inside. You may never ride down this road again.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, cast your votes, please. +1 if you would forward that for this listing, -1 if you would not. Let me read part of the listing again. Country songs with reflective lyric themes and male vocals, needed by a super well-connected A&R executive for a huge chart-topping Grammy Award-winning super group that's working on their next album. Looking for songs in all tempos that could be found in the same playlist, along with Rascal Flatts, Brad Paisley, Dean Brody. The bar is high for this request, so pull out your best and pay special attention to your songcraft. Getting songs cut by this act could absolutely be a career changer, blah, blah, blah. So, this may be an example. You know how I'm always telling you that people see one thing in a listing and go ahead and submit? So, and I'm not making fun of this member. There's something extremely charming about that song, and it's got value in the right context, not this context, in my opinion, as I'm stepping all over your vote casting. It's reflective. It's a story, and this guy felt that it was reflective, the member who submitted it. So he read the listing and went, I've got a song that's reflective. It's got an acoustic guitar. They'll probably hear it and hear how it could be used for country. And then, sadly, we don't get to forward it because it's not the kind of song they're looking for. It's just not even in the ballpark, not even remotely with the references, nor is it even remotely country. The member is brokenhearted and disappointed, which breaks my heart. It really does. I don't want to see anybody's heart broken because the music that they poured their heart and soul into doesn't get forwarded. But I'm trying to think of a good analogy, and I can't come up with one on the fly, but it's an all too common theme where people just see one word, reflective, reflective, reflective. I've got a reflective song. Boom, send that sucker in. But then their heart gets broken. 40 returns and 0 forwards. Okay. So you guys are in 100% agreement on that one, and you are, in fact, ace A&R people. Now, interestingly enough, while I was listening to this, I was thinking there are times when a music supervisor working on a TV show or a film, you hear some music. Remember I was talking about the Umbrella Academy and just wondering how the music supervisors, if they even bothered to send out briefs, because you couldn't really say, I'm looking for this kind of song for so many of the scenes where they had music in there. And this is the kind of song, not to say that many songs in the Umbrella Academy sound like this one, but this would be an obtuse, is that the word I'm looking for? An obtuse angle. You know what I mean? You wouldn't expect it in a scene. They might have a scene that is about a little kid that grows up and he becomes one of these superhero kids, and he's in a fight to the death with somebody, and they play a song, juxtaposition, that's what I'm looking for, and they play a song like this that's thoughtful and reflective and storytelling that's looking back to the Little Red Wagon under this fight scene to juxtapose against it. And emotionally, those two things work out really well. So I can't say that this song wouldn't have some value, but it would be an extremely rare circumstance. And I really do like this guy's voice. He, who was it that did the Edmund Fitzgerald? Why can't I think of his name? Because I'm over 60. That's why. It'll be a long show today if we keep going till we have a winner. Contrasting scene to music, yeah. Gordon Lightfoot, thank you. You know, speaking of being over 60 and forgetful, oh my gosh, there's a hummingbird right outside the window, like 10 feet away from my face, just like hovering and staring at me. Hello. Anyway, we had another couple over for dinner last night. We're sitting out in the patio, and something came up, and the four of us are all like, huh? What? So that felt good to know that other people over 60 also have no memory left. I've heard it my whole life. Now I'm experiencing it, you know, and of course you always think, oh my gosh, I hope it's not something serious, but apparently we're all just old. All right, moving on. How are we doing on time? We're doing pretty good. Not too bad. This song is called, appropriately enough, This One Is For You. Or This One's For You. Here we go.
Lately, I've been thinking about the good times we shared. Front porch sitting, midnight drinking. We'd raise a cold one in the air. Will the good die young? It must be true. 'Cause you lived one hell of a life, I hope I'll live up to. So I'll raise my drink up to the sky. This one's for you. This one's for you, for you. I know you smiled on me from heaven tonight. This one's for you, for you. For all the good that you brought into my life. So I'll raise my drink up to the sky. Hey, this one's for you. It's been a hard year since you left here. I still text you on your phone. Your mom gave me your ball cap, a worn out snapback hanging by your picture on my wall. The good die young, it's sad but it's true. You lived one hell of a life, I hope I'll live up to. So I'll raise my drink up to the sky. This one's for you. This one's for you, for you. I know you smiled on me from heaven tonight. This one's for you, for you. For all the good that you brought into my life. So I'll raise my drink up to the sky. Hey, this one's for you. This one's for you. This one's for you, for you. I know you're smiling down from heaven tonight. This one's for you, for you. For all the good that you brought into my life. So I'll raise my drink up to the sky. Yeah, I'll raise my drink up to the sky. I'll raise my drink up to the sky. This one's for you.
Wow. Lane, Bell, and Shrek, you voted a -1 on that. I'm shocked. I want to know why. No, our friend in hospice is still alive. They've got her on morphine, OxyContin, and one other drug, and she's still in horrible pain, and she's like 80 pounds. It's horrible. But thanks for asking. We think about her every day. I want to interject something, which is think of the vocalist. I can't think of his name right now. Rascal Flatts. Excuse me. I can so hear him singing this. And this is a great example of a song that doesn't present as country. But I think that almost any A&R person in Nashville, any producer in Nashville, and any artist in Nashville would hear this and instantly hear how they could make it country. We got 23 forwards and 6 returns. So those of you who voted forward, you are the winners on this one. You get a round of applause. There you go. I think it's really, really, really good for Rascal Flatts. There's a song that I've played about 5 times over the years on Taxi TV, and I can't remember the name of it. Ralph Murphy gave it to me, and it's one of the best, maybe the best example I've ever heard in like 40 years of being in the industry of a piano vocal demo. It is literally nothing more than a piano and a vocal. And the 2 guys that wrote it because they heard Rascal Flatts. This was like 10 years ago, probably heard that Rascal Flatts was looking for a single. They started it like on a Wednesday night, finished it Thursday afternoon, got it over to the label, and by Friday morning, they knew they had a cut on the record. Frankly, I think that their demo, which is nothing more than a piano vocal with an amazing vocalist, a Nashville demo singer, was stronger than the record. Sometimes I can't believe I can't remember the name of the song, but I've heard it in the grocery store, and I'm just so shocked that Rascal Flatts' version of it just lost all of the emotion. Anyway, yes, John Hope, it was forwarded. The screener forwarded this one, and the economy of lyrics in this song, great example of country lyric writing. There wasn't a wasted syllable, let alone whole word or a thought or a throwaway line. Everything about this was a punch to the gut, a grip on your heart, all of it. Screener said, I really like the vocals. I think that you have that great mix of richness and twang that is perfect for the contemporary country genre. I love the lyrics. It's like the country version of Memories by Maroon 5. I think you could improve this song by, it just says forward. So beautiful, great emotion, excellent vocals, super reflective. Yeah, to me, that was a solid forward, especially for those guys. I think, what is the name of the singer, Rascal Flatts? Rascal Flatts lead vocalist.
The lead singer of Rascal Flatts is Gary LaVox.
There you go. My phone is so smart. I love my phone. Wow. I mean, that song is one of those songs. It's like I Loved Her First, the Taxi song that got cut and went to number one. I think this is one of those songs that could be played, sadly, at so many funerals, where somebody that was deeply loved and the friends or a friend wants to just give them a send-off. Just amazing. Wow. I love that one. All right. Next one is called Let's Make Memories.
These Polaroids from when I was young got me thinking about the things I wish I'd done. Precious times I thought would last. Looking back, they always seem to go so fast. All those miles in my rearview mirror, but darling, all we've got is this road right here. Let's be grand in Arizona, take that road trip to Daytona. Let's take selfies while we're dancing on the beach. Let's go climb the highest mountain, throw our coins in every fountain, carve our names into a heart on a Georgia tree. Let's make memories, let's make memories. Life don't come with guarantees, so let's make magic, let's make memories. My hourglass is losing sand. As the years go by, we start to understand. So grab your things, I'll pick you up. There's only one tonight, so let's go fill our cups. All that matters in the end is what we leave behind in those 8x10s. Let's be grand in Arizona, take that road trip to Daytona. Let's take selfies while we're dancing on the beach. Let's go climb the highest mountain, throw our coins in every fountain, carve our names into a heart on a Georgia tree. Let's make memories, let's make memories. Life don't come with guarantees, so let's make magic, let's make memories. All that matters in the end is what we leave behind in those 8x10s. Let's be grand in Arizona, take that road trip to Daytona. Let's take selfies while we're dancing on the beach. Let's go climb the highest mountain, throw our coins in every fountain, carve our names into a heart on a Georgia tree. Let's make memories, let's make memories. Life don't come with guarantees, so let's make magic, let's make memories. No, life don't come with guarantees, so let's make magic, let's make memories.
All right, I'm not going to say anything yet. Cast your votes. +1 if you would forward that, -1 if you would not. $33 forwards and 0 returns. You guys are correct. And honestly, if you didn't get that one right, I was going to have to fire every last one of you. I'm humbled by the fact that I get to earn my living and put food on the table for my family and put a roof over our head by helping people with incredible talent move their careers forward. And this is such a great example. Every single year after the Road Rally, every year, guys like Shirelli, Ralph Murphy when he was still alive, Jason Bloom, all the, kind of old school regular guys that I hang with, they all come up to me and say, man, every year the music just gets better and better and better. Let's see what the screener said. I think that song's... I think the last 2 songs are totally cuttable. By the way, Kimbo, you said something which I was laughing to myself about, but I didn't want to say anything while the song was still playing. You said, what's an 8x10? An 8x10 is what Bill Clinton hoped nobody had of him together with Monica Lewinsky. It's a photo. And usually it's the screener says usually 8x10. Well, here, I'll read it. So first of all, the screener, what'd you like most about the song? I really enjoyed the song. Strong chorus, good images in the verses, nice work. Think you can improve the song by nothing really to improve here. Well crafted, tightly written. My only comment is about the 8x10s. I'm not sure that people relate to that. Most people have snapshots. I think of 8x10s as headshots for actors or musicians, but it may be I'm just being picky. I'll forward this. It's really strong. So 8x10s, yeah, in LA, give me your 8x10. It's a headshot for an actor. But people used to make jokes about somebody having 8x10 color glossies of a politician and another person in some sort of act that we can't talk about on this family show. But I didn't find that out of context. But you know what? I think that the fact that Kimbo brought it up and the fact that the screener brought it up, it's a minor little tweak. But yeah. Production, that one sounds like a Kenny Chesney song. Yeah, I would bet I'd put a $500. I'm not even a betting guy, by the way, but I would put $500 down that this was done in one of Nashville's better demo studios. Everything about it is just awesome. I think that might be it. Is that it? Oh, we've got one more. One more that I didn't play. This one's, I don't believe I played. It's called Tellin' Time.
We wanna drive real fast and kiss real slow.
Ooh, good line.
Wanna make it last, never let go. Chase that mountain high, catch that endless wave. Find that perfect girl, get lost for days. Blink of an eye, split second gone. We turn the page and move on. Sunrise, sunset, full moon reset. We think we're telling time. Goodbye, not yet. Too soon, regret. We think we're telling time. That ticking clock, like a ticking bomb, takes a delicate hand to stay calm. Hey, restless heart, hey, restless mind. Still think we're telling time. We still think we're telling time. Blinded by the blue light or losing sleep. Can't hit rewind, it cuts too deep. We reach for love, but times don't hurt too. Yeah, even the night is stone cold true. Blink of an eye, split second gone. takes a delicate hand to stay calm. Hey, restless heart, hey, restless mind. Still think we're telling time. We still think we're telling time. It's out of our control. A little touch and go. Got it all worked out, but we don't really know till the next sunrise, sunset, full moon reset. We think we're telling time. Goodbye, not yet. Too soon, regret. We think we're telling time. That ticking clock, like a ticking bomb, takes a delicate hand to stay calm. Hey, restless heart, hey, restless mind. Still think we're telling time. We still think we're telling time. Restless heart, he's my restless mind. One day I'll stop asking why. I'm running out of time.
Cast your votes. +1 if you would forward, -1 if you would not. I am curious to see what you guys vote for that one. Where'd it go? Dave Merkel going for the perfect score here. Wow, I'm getting so good at timing these out. Look at that. It's 5:30 on the nose. I mean, I'll go a minute or two long, but I got to say, I'm a little impressed with myself. Not only am I the Zucchini King, but I am fully capable of pacing my show to come out on time. What a talent. and humble. Really humble, too. Yeah, Lady Antebellum is country. Zookzilla. Oh, that's right. They're changing their name to Lady A. Oh, my gosh. Lightly steamed drawn butter. You know what? I'm thinking sliced on a bias, grilled on the hot plate grill on the stove inside, not on the grill out in the patio. Leave it slightly al dente and then drizzle some ghee on top of it. Ghee is like the aroma, it's like caramel, you know, it's just so good. I'm talking ghee as in the Indian butter. Clarified butter equals ghee. Yeah, I don't know why this jar of ghee that my wife picked up at Costco, I believe, thing is huge. It's like that big around and that tall. But it just, you open the lid and it smells like you've walked into a caramel factory. 28 forwards and 5 returns. That one's called Talent Time. 28-5. All right. So, how many of you got 100% score today? Can I do my best Groucho Marx? I don't even have a crappy Groucho Marx. Yeah, let's have a drum roll. Do I have a drum roll? I've got that. Wow, let's see. So Darren Moss got 9 out of 9. That's it. We're done. So you got a 9 out of 9. I didn't play a 10th song. Am I missing a song? I looked at everything. I thought I was checked them all off. Yeah. I believe I've got them all checked off. Yeah, I played 10. Okay. So Darren Moss has really good ears, but he can't count. All right, I'm going to scroll back up. I want to see how you guys scored. All right, Darren Moss got 9 out of 9. Michael Mishna came late. Peter Rahal got 100. Nice. John Hope got 10 out of 10. Andre got 9 out of 10. Kristen Knight got 8 out of 10. Look, being 80%, not bad. El Rosso had 1 miss. Michael Mishna was late but got 3 for 3. Cass didn't have a great day today. He was 4-putting. On today's episode. Yeah, that last song was forwarded. I should tell you what the screener wrote. The melodies are the hero of your composition. I love the screeners. It's like, I hate when people say taxi screeners are interns. I want to smack them upside the head, man. Listen to this. The melodies are the hero of your composition, telling time. The vocalist is the other hero because it delivers this with a nuance and touch that really brings them to life. Think the execution of the concept could use some work, but overall this works. It needs that one establishing line early, something like, "Hey young man, tell me the time and I'll tell you how you've lost your mind." Just something that sparks the concept, so when you later say, "We think you're telling time," the point is much more poignant. This is moving forward because it's a well-crafted song with strong melodies and a thematic idea that could prove to be a winner with some fine-tuning. While it needs some minor tinkering, I think there's enough there to give it a shot. Come on. Anybody who thinks that interns are writing this stuff, off with their heads, damn it. Off with their heads. Anyway, I'm just blown away by how good our members are. I really am. Super proud of them. Super proud of you guys. John Hope got a 10 for 10. Kristen Knight got 8 out of 10. Let's see. Oops, got to scroll down. Martin Gravel, 10 for 10. Dog Pony Productions got 9 out of 10. What's the last song forwarded? Ooh, everything's just scrolling by now. Anyway, thank you. The Quarantini happy hours this week are on Wednesday and Friday. So I'm doing Taxi TV episodes. Two of them are Quarantinis. Monday, which was today, Wednesday at 4 o'clock, right here, same time, same channel, and Friday, same time, same channel. Starting to really get busy. I mean, I've been busy at the Road Rally for about a month now, but now I'm getting really busy. It's ironic. I thought this year might be a little easier for me because I didn't have to deal with a lot of other stuff in the physical world, but I got to tell you, for me personally, not so much for the staff, they're getting off pretty easy this year, but for me personally, it's been a bitch. There are a lot of considerations that we have to think about and plan for, even in the writing of listings. Probably tomorrow, we're going to have a whole bunch of listings that are coming out. If you want to submit music, you've got to be registered for the Road Rally. You've got to be a virtual attendee. You have to be a member. And I think, let's say 5 or 6 listings that are coming out that are all for pitching your music for the various panels at the Road Rally, that sort of stuff. And really had to think a lot about how we worded these, how we presented them. There's one panel where we're splitting a listing, same panel's getting 2 listings. One's for instrumental and one's for songs. And they could be songs for film and TV or songs for records. And that's because it's kind of a utility panel. It's the happy ending panel at the end of the Road Rally. And I believe we've got Rob Shirelli, Michael Lloyd, who have been fixtures on that panel for years, and they're pretty funny together. And I believe I put Pedro Costa on that because he's also exceptionally good at instrumental stuff as well as songs. He just doesn't know he's on it yet. Yeah, I'm at the stage where 90% of the panelists don't know they're on the panels, but I know them all well enough where unless they've got like a wedding to go to or something, or they come down with, God forbid, the COVID. The COVID. You've entered the COVID zone. Anyway, so I'm pretty sure all my panelists will say yes and show up. Anyway, thank you all. Great voting, you guys. Really funny in the chat room today. Enjoyed it all. And we'll see you on Wednesday, 4 o'clock, right back here for another incredibly exciting episode of Taxi TV's Quarantini Happy Hour. Bye, you guys. It's gopher time. Gonna go beat it to death with a zucchini.